que corre. So I am the subject, and what I'm comparing are two different verbs, two different actions that I do. So I read less than what I run. That's probably not true in my real life, but that's an example. Or that María come más que estudia. She spends more time at the cafeteria eating than studying. Okay, it's only Maria. We're not comparing her to anybody else. She's just getting compared to herself. Or ustedes, a group of you guys, ustedes hablan más español que tocan la guitarra. So I made a survey and I noticed that you guys all, as a group of my Spanish 201, you all speak more Spanish than you play the guitar. It's within the group, okay? I'm not comparing this group of 201s to my class of 202s or my class of whatever. It's within you guys. You speak more Spanish than playing the guitar. So again, these are your comparisons of inequality. For reference, you can always use page 281. Now again, we are comparing, right? So we can compare equality, things that are the same. So how does this work? And again, I've very visually made my particular equation, if you will. There is one subject compared to a second subject, but the verb and the adjective are going to be put together with your word tan, meaning as much as, right? So I'm going to just grab the examples from the left, and I'm going to say, no longer María is taller than Juan. María es tan alta como Juan. Okay, so notice that here we need two words to create this comparison of equality, the tan and the como. Or Mateo corre tan, I'm going to save this one for a little bit lower, okay, because we're going to add him here. Aquí. Mateo corre tanto como, what was it? Carlos. And we'll talk about why I have it here in a second. Okay, so in quality, he's running more. Let's go down below to here for these examples. Antonia es tan amable como Manuela. O Tobias is going to be just like Mateo, that we're going to add him here. Tobias come tanto como Andrés. Okay. Again, equality. These are the same. Maria is as tall as Juan, and Antonia is as nice as Manuela. And these are qualities of a person compared to somebody else. Now here we can do of quantities, okay? And so again, I'm going to steal some from the left-hand side just for the sake of this. Mónica tiene tantos libros como Pedro. So here notice that Mónica is my first subject. My verb matches my subject one, which is Mónica. Now the word tanto is going to have to be something we keep an eye on for that matching the gender and the number agreement. So here we're comparing the amount of books, libros being masculine and plural. So tantos needs to reflect that as well, okay? If we have Miguel compra tantas manzanas como Norma. Notice the now, tantas has to match manzanas, which is feminine and plural. Okay, so with tanto, tantas, and here I've differentiated it between the top is masculine, the bottom right here is feminine. But we can do that as well with nosotros leemos tantos artículos como nuestros hermanos. All right? So that's an option right there as well. And again, these I've kind of put together in our examples where the top one is for masculine, singular and plural, and the bottom right here is for feminine, singulars and plural. Now what I was talking about is that anytime, these are for items, right? Anytime that we're comparing actions, verbs, that's why I put the examples on the bottom here, because the subject one, corre, tanto is going to be always your option when you're talking about verbs, no matter of the subject. So if we say ellas entrenaban tanto como ellos, meaning the group of women trained as much as them. Okay, notice 3 different verbs: correr, comer, entrenar, and tanto is always going to be your choice of connector when comparing equality, when talking about things and numbers of things. Okay, and again, if we are comparing ourselves to ourselves or someone to someone, but that they do something as much as something else, same as profesora lee tanto como corre. Again, that is most definitely not true in my real life. María come tanto como estudia y ustedes hablan tanto español. Como tocan la guitarra. All right. And again, there's only one subject in these bottom 2 activities, and they're comparing the items. It also points out some of the irregulars. I don't think in my little handout, I've added all of the ones that they're giving you on page 283. But just to keep an eye on when you want to say someone's older or younger or better or worse or good, bad. Old for items is different than old for age. And then joven for young. Okay, so hopefully this shows you a little bit differently the things that they are describing on pages 281, 282, and 283. If you have any doubts, don't hesitate to contact me and we can work through these. All right, have a wonderful day and let's stay in touch. Our test is coming up and I want to make sure that you're understanding these comparatives. Adios.